of them missing arms. Most of them have bite marks on them, or in them, you should say, all around different parts of their bodies. Most of them seem to be amputees of some kind.
Just trying to make a vampire army.
Or a vampire larder.
Or this is simply his feeding pit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be beneficial for him to sire vampires if they were going to eat his own food supply.
It does explain why the punishments for such minor crimes are so severe, though. Nice to keep the refrigerator full.
Do we let these people go? I don't even know if half of them even know what's happening.
Does anybody know if this curse is about people who are fed down repeatedly by vampires without being sired?
I believe, I'm not sure if I know this in character, but I believe that people have to feed on the vampire as well in return.
You don't think that any of these guys are vampires. They don't look like it.
Does
we can't.
Rosary. Sorry, does the rosary react at all down here?
I'll check it. But...
the rosary's still glowing about the same.
We can't just let these guys out into the public. They are tortured souls, but we can't just release them.
That could be a danger to the citizens here. People of
Yeah.
Philbrig need to know what's happening. Let's head back out.
Okay.
Okay.
You gonna explore the upstairs or no?
Alright, do we hear anything? Can I hear, do I hear, anyone coming or sounds or anything like that?
No, you don't hear anything. It's dead quiet.
Alright, let's try upstairs, but after that, we need to start... Actually, no, I'm gonna just poke my head in here. Is Guard 3 still there?
He's there. He's in La La Land.
Alright, yeah, let's try going upstairs real quick.
Right, there's not really much need for me to draw it because it's just basically a big empty room. In the middle of it, though, you do notice a bed in the middle of the room. There is a... excuse me, I'm sorry. There is a desk at one end of the room, and that's next to seem like a dresser. On the desk, you spot what appears to be a locked book.
Burn it! Burn the books!
The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do a thievery check to see if there's anything on the book. Like a trap or anything on it.
Alright, roll it.
18.
Nope, you don't see any traps.
I'm going to try to unlock it.
Okay.
11.
It unlocks relatively easily.
What does it say on the inside? Is it a language I can read?
Yeah, in fact, this is written in Common, and it appears to be some kind of journal or diary of a man named Felbrig. Well, first entry dates to quite a while ago, before the first sighting of the Demon Baron's tower.
Alright, I want to check the last entry.
The last entry dates to pretty recently, only a few weeks ago, and it describes a sale, a peace treaty being written, being signed between Felbrig and the Demon Baron, and it describes that. And it describes that the man writing this journal fears that he's given up his soul and possibly even the souls of his family members, or the souls of all of Felbrig, to keep the peace between Felbrig and the Demon Baron. If you scan back a little bit of ways, you notice that the peace treaty may have also included supplying arms, food, and other supplies to the Demon Baron. In exchange for him staying away.
How long ago is this last entry?
Few months.
Alright, I'm going to pocket this journal. And I'm going to check the desk and see if there's anything else in it.
The desk just has some writing implements in it, and there is a scroll there. It's wrapped up, rolled up, I should say, with a wax seal on it.
Do I recognize the seal?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna grab that.
Okay.
And is there anything else? There was a bed, you said?
Yep, there was a bed there. It's a pretty plain, just bed sitting in the middle of the room.
No one's sleeping in it?
No.
Okay. Nothing else in there. Is there like wardrobes or anything?
Yeah, there is a wardrobe next to the desk.
I just want to check it. Is there anything?
Just mostly tattered, torn, and beat up clothes. What appears to be clothes a noble might wear if they were in better condition.
All right. I think we need to report back to the ship and let Denora and Greg know what's happening. I may try speaking with the Church of Bahamut here. The people need to know what's happening.
Worth a try. Just be careful.
Are there any churches here?
Yeah, we don't know how far this beast's influence, spread. If the city itself's done a deal with the demon baron, then are there any centers of religion here?
I think I asked Lord Cap before, and he said there was a temple to Bahamut here.
Okay.
There was, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go try to check it out. I understand your concern that maybe they might be in it as well, but hopefully I'll be able to smell that just such an occasion. But we need to let Greg and Denora know what's happening. We need to let the people know.
All right. So John and Dotha are going to go back to the ship. Kathleen, you're going to go to a temple.
I'm actually gonna follow Kathleen. I want to looking around for religious, good religious places in a city that's corrupted, or that I think is corrupted.
Right, fair enough.
Dotha, if you're heading back to the ship,
Well, if you're going to the Temple of Bahamut, I'm also going to see if there's a temple to Coralon.
Oh, okay.
I'll accompany you to the Bahamut temple since, wearing a burqa and stuff, but...
Alright. So you're all going to go to the Temple of Bahamut. That's fine. You leave the castle, and it's pretty uneventful. Nobody really seems to talk to you. You just leave through the front entrance. And, and you leave, and the guards outside, they just say, well, have a good one.
yeah, you too.
Yeah. And then you head out to the city. To the city proper of Felbrig. And inside it, Kathleen, you kind of instinctively know where this temple is. There's this one building, and it's shuttered up, completely shuttered up. There's no bell tower or anything. It's a small little building that's sort of on the outskirts of town. Nobody really pays any mind to it, and something draws you to it. You feel that this is this so-called holy temple of Bahamut that you've heard about, this holy site, and it doesn't look like it would be.
I'm gonna go up. Are the doors boarded up? Or
Everything is completely boarded up. This looks like this place has been abandoned and condemned, and people have avoided it for years. Looks like they avoided it for years. You don't know for a fact that they have.
Do I sense anything on the inside, like just with my hand tattoo?
No, if anything, when you put your hand up to it, the church feels empty, as if there's a great loss there.
Alright, well, it doesn't do us any good for that. Perhaps we'll visit Coralon, and I'll come back to this later.
Going through the rest of the city, you notice that most of the churches here, if they could be called that, don't serve any real god. They just seem to serve the community as a whole. There don't really to be anything related to Coralon, exactly.
Okay, well, I'll have to check in later then.
Do a quick look around and see if is there any obvious religious buildings, like obvious churches, and try and weigh up whether any of them good.
Anything you think you really see to be a church, like maybe perhaps has a bell tower or something, it just seems to it's really just one large building used for government purposes, or guards have taken up residence in there.
John, can you ask the people where do they go to worship? Try as a streetwise.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Roll streetwise.
Streetwise. Yeah. They do.
They basically they say the gods have abandoned us. Nobody really prays here.
Gods have abandoned you. Gods have not abandoned you.
This city has lost hope.
We're gonna take this city back for them then. Alright. I'm just going to quick meet up with John and Dother. We need to let the citizens know what's happening. We have diary. We have proof that Felbrig was turning the city into a, selling the city's soul to Demon Baron. So we need to get the people to uprise. Yes, no?
Yeah, well, it would cut off the Demon Baron's, well, one of his supply lines, so yeah. I'm good for that.
Dother?
I'm not sure what we can do here.
We can't just leave them.
These people have let this person walk all over them, doing what he wants for who knows how long. And if they're willing to put up with somebody who slaughters innocents over a matter of a few gold, do they have the will in them to fix things?
Well, these people deserve to at least know the truth. Maybe we should talk to Wyrmwick. The council there, but might be able to better recommend what we can do. And,
it is important that it is important that Wyrmwick know what we found. That much is obvious. But.
Plus, the churches there will be able to send clerics.
All right. Well then, let's try to head out and get back to the ship and sail off to Wyrmwick as soon as possible.
Okay.
Okay, you guys head back to the ship and you sail off to Wyrmwick.
We're gonna do your
yes,
we're gonna do your plan.
Yeah, I want to note, about halfway through the voyage, I'm taking the knapsack with the remains of Felbrig, and I'm going to wrap it up with chains, and I'm tossing it overboard.
Nice. All right.
So, just like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, this vampire's corpse is going to sit at the bottom of the ocean.
Okay. That's cool.
And unlike JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, he won't cut off my head and take my body in my stand. I think.
Maybe.
Yes, hopefully. Anyway, so we probably won't see him again until part 3, guys.
For a while, at least.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, that's cool.
All right. And I assume we're telling everybody, Denora and Greg, what we found and what we subsequently did.
I'm surprised Denora hasn't just committed suicide at this point. 3 days pass of sailing and you dock in Wyrmwick.
I think I'll need to come with you guys this time.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I could try to relay information, but I think all 3 of you should be present when we talk to Muzrag and the others about this.
Yeah, it's both our best.
I mean, honestly, an incident being risked is one thing, but obviously this is a matter that is far more troubling. I would consider almost more troubling than the Demon Baron itself.
The loss of an entire city, yeah.
Indeed. Well, the fact that someone made a deal with the Baron and essentially sold off his entire city for the sake of a peace, as I say with air quotes, that doesn't seem to accomplish anything, so...
So, to the council chamber, then.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And how are you hiding, Kathleen?
Getting panty crabs.
Right, you're getting panty crabs to the council chambers.
Mm-hmm.
But then from exiting carriage to...
I'll still wear the cloak.
We're going to keep our shot at him, and we're all out to try to talk my way through the guards in front of the council.
As long as you've... alright, whatever. You get panty crabs, and he goes, ho! And you guys... Ho! Ho! Ho!